That background music is sick. Welcome to the Sylvia Wrong broadcast. Welcome to A Woman's Desire. Let me see what I need to do here. I need to turn that music off. Welcome to A Woman's Desire, and I need to lower my camera. Oh, I just lost my face. I don't know why. But my camera got unplugged according to this. Let's see here. My camera got unplugged. How y'all doing? The avatar is here tonight. Welcome to A Woman's Desire. Thank you for joining us tonight. Welcome to A Woman's Desire. Let me see here what I'm doing. My camera. I don't know what happened there. Let's see. Let's go here. Am I back? Hey, the avatar was there. How y'all doing tonight? Somebody was supposed to be joining me. Let's see here where that person is. Where is she? My daughter. Calling her. Calling my daughter. And she not answering.
Hello.
I'm on. I'm on the broadcast. So where are you?
I'm doing it now. I'm trying to, excuse me, my computer. I just had to be. All right.
Well, the link is in the comments, so yeah, you
Well,
should be able to. You should.
just go to that stuff. You connected.
Okay, all right, bye. All right, so she's gonna be joining me. Welcome to A Woman's Desire, and let's see here. I'm watching it twice. Okay, how's everybody doing tonight? It's Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday. You know what? Like I know people done ate, they done ate, and everybody should be like relaxing right now. Oh, this piece of hair. Everybody should be relaxing, and we're only gonna be out here for our next half hour. No, actually 20 minutes. But we want to talk about a woman's desire, and we've been broadcasting for probably a couple months right now. And I want to read my part of A Woman's Desire, why I do this. And let me just bring it up real quick. Desire. And I usually put in there this part. A woman's desire, discovering your freedom to be rightly loved. Discovering your freedom to be rightly loved. Hi, Diane. Thank you for joining us. You're welcome to chat or jump on the broadcast with us. We're talking about a woman's desire, something God gave me years and years ago, and it's discovering your freedom to be rightly loved. As a woman, I believe we were created with a desire to be rightly loved, seeking to fulfill the desire to just be loved. We can find ourselves in life situations where we are abused, deceived, lied to, mistreated, misunderstood, confused, rejected, betrayed, and sadly denied the love we were created to rightly receive. This one necessary and strong desire to be rightly loved often leads us into relationships and places we should not or would not go only if we knew our worth to be truly and rightly loved. And that's the key word right there, worth. A woman's desire was birthed out of my desire to simply be rightly loved, to be loved as a woman the way God created me to be rightly loved by men. Remember, when Eve arrived on the scene, Adam was already waiting for her. He was waiting to simply love her and grow with her as his woman, wife, and life partner. So that is what a woman's desire is about. And that's why we do this broadcast. And one word that I just read that me and my daughter was talking about it today is about seeing other women friend or just women in general go through things in their relationship with their guy friend, their husband, and just and we've been there. Most of us, or all of us, has been there where we've gone through things in our relationship with our boyfriend or husband, and that is not good. And we want to talk about worth tonight, knowing our worth as women, and yeah, knowing our worth as women. And that's not what I want. Where's my banners? I wonder why I don't have my hmm. It's not right here with my stream. It's my woman's desire. I don't seem to have banners. Hmm. Anyway, see what I can do here. But knowing our worth, and what does the word worth mean? I say the word worth mean just off the top of my head without looking it up is value. It's value. It's having a value. And I don't believe there's even a value you can put on someone's life, but knowing our value worth, value, and knowing our value. I'm not sure what is going on with my knowing our value. Knowing our value. And so that is one thing that Latoya and I was going to have a conversation about tonight. And anybody else that wants to jump in, I'm not sure if Diane is still on here, but you can join the broadcast by clicking on that link and join in with the conversation. So I don't know why I don't have any banners for this particular show or broadcast. Okay, Latoya. So I see that you're in the studio behind the scenes, and are you going to join in the conversation about knowing our worth and our value? But anybody can join in the conversation tonight. All right, Toya. I was going to bring you into the studio, but you're combing your hair. Uh, could you please stop combing your hair so you can come into the studio? Why does it have people jump? People must jump on and jump off. That must be what happened. People jump on and jump off. But knowing our worth, knowing our value, that's what we want to talk about tonight. And let's see here. Gotta exit full screen. Here's Latoya. She's in the studio. She's in the studio. So, I know it's Easter Sunday. A lot of people probably relaxing, but we just want to come on and do just a quick little show. We got 15 minutes now because I'm going to keep this a half an hour tonight. And we did start probably well, we've been going for 12 minutes. So we started. Okay, you're in the studio, Toya. You're actually in the studio yawning with your mouth open as wide as you possibly can. So
Hey,
we're gonna be talking about everybody don't need to know see your bed. Okay. You gotta be glad I'm your mama. So right now it's just you and me. Nobody else has joined the chat. And what is going on here?
what's going on? Hey, girl.
Tell me what's going on, Toya. We're gonna talk about worth tonight.
Mm.
See what's going on with my camera. Which camera I got going? Oh, I got that one going. All right.
Well, what you trying to do over there?
Well, if I keep watching you yawn, I'm starting to yawn. No, we're talking about worth as women and knowing our worth and our value. That's what we're talking about.
Okay.
So I got a problem here with I have no banners. Worth is the word.
You want me to see if I can do it?
No, I'm fine. I can do this. I'm just saying I have no banners created for a woman's desire.
Oh,
Not
okay.
sure why. Knowing that's could you please you got something playing in the background?
I was gonna ask if you can hear my radio. You know I keep my radio on.
Yeah, you might want to close your door.
Oh.
I'll remove you from the studio. Knowing our worth, knowing our value as women. And how do we get to a place where we know our value as women? And so, this broadcast is about um, discovering discovering your freedom to be truly and rightly loved. And when you get to a place where you know your value, and this is a part of what we've been saying on this broadcast, when you get to a place where you know your value, then you have higher standards. And we're not talking about standards that you are better than somebody else or you're too good for somebody. It's just that your standards mean you just don't settle for somebody treating you, or letting somebody into your heart that is not going to value you and your worth as a woman. So that is a part of knowing your worth as a woman, is you're having your standards. Again, not that you're better, not to the point where you're like, I'm better than you, so there's no way you can ever, I can ever be with you, or you're not even worth my time. Nothing, you know what I'm trying to say. Like, it's not to look down on somebody, because and say for instance, and this happens, say if you are in a corporate world, but this person who likes you is a mechanic, but they are just like a great person, and they see you and as a woman and value you as a woman, and you say, well, because you're a mechanic, I can't have anything to do with you in that area. So that's where we're saying, no, that's not where we go, because people end up, in those type of relationships all the time, where, you might have a corporate person, and you might have a, a person who is, they're like blue collar. They used to call it white collar, blue collar. White collar was in the corporate world, blue collar was, labor type work. And so, and I have to say, me and my husband have always been like that. I've always been in the corporate world ever since he knew me, and he's always been more of a labor worker. And God put us together. He put us together. So it's not that our standards say I'm better than you. Our standards say that I have the worth and the value of a woman, that I deserve to be treated like a woman. It's so much, it's more about how you're being treated than what the person has as, their employment. So so Toy, is there anything you can say on the worth, knowing our value and worth as women?
Just, like worth as far as like, the type of person you are and how you want to treat people or how you treat people. You want someone to value your values and worth, like if you don't want it done to you, like my thing, if I don't want it done to me, I'm not going to do it to somebody else. So I'm not going to allow what, or accept, what I'm not going to do be done to me.
So so what you're saying is, so if you wouldn't treat somebody a certain way, you don't want them to treat you a certain way.
Yeah, because like you value people, you know what I'm saying? You value people like your worth. And if you're with somebody, you have some kind of value and self-respect or worth about them. So you should be treating them as, how do I want to say it? You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Treat them like you value them. To me, that's as
yes, there
simple
you
as
go.
that.
Yeah, there you go. And if you treat me like crap, you obviously don't value me. So
Right.
and and it's like you should know your value. Like if you were a scumbag and you know what you deserve, like some people know they don't, they ain't, some people be like, I ain't S and that, okay, you know that. But if you're, and so you don't really care like how you treat people or how, you're okay with the bare minimum or somebody doing this to you. But some people have standards. Like, you're not going to treat me like I'm not a good person or I'm not worth, your love or respect.
Mhm.
Um, like that. I don't know.
So, value is showing that you value someone is treating them with respect and love and honor. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. But and I talked about when you stepped away about I went back to that raising your standard. And it's not gonna work. I was trying to do something that's not gonna work. Raising your standards, and we had this is from earlier broadcasts, like getting to a place where you know your worth and value, because we've all been in in relationships that weren't good for us. I'm sure all of us.
Yeah.
And then discovering, because that's what this is about, discovering your freedom to be rightly loved. And so then discovering that, for me, it was discovering that, well, I deserve to be rightly loved. I just deserve to be loved the way God created me to be loved as a woman. And then having, because of God, raising my standards as far as, and this is two things I said. Well, he's going to have a job. He's going to have his own vehicle. Those two things right there was two of my standards. That's just really simple, easy. I'm like, well, I'm a single mom. I got three children, and I mean, I think you might have already been on your own, but I'm a single mother with kids, and I can keep a job and I can keep a vehicle. So why am I entertaining a relationship with somebody? Why do I continue to entertain relationships? I have relationships with men that they don't have a car and they don't have a job.
Mm-hmm.
So let's keep it real. A lot of us have been there where we've been with somebody who don't have their own car and they don't have a job. But yet you do, and you guys are together and you're going to work and they're not. I got some stories. They're not going to work, you going to work, and it's okay if at the time the person is, just isn't able to find employment, but they're looking. Or if you're married and right now you decide, well, I'm going to work and he's going to stay home with the children. I mean, that happens
Mm-hmm.
too, and there's nothing wrong with that, especially when the wife does have like a bigger type income, or I don't even know if I should use the word type, but a bigger income because of her profession. And so there are families who have decided to do that, but it's those two things for me were standards that I said, okay, I'm not going to no longer date guys or entertain a relationship with them or be in a relationship with them if they don't at least have a car and a job. I mean, come on, unless they had a disability and they couldn't work.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, those were just two standards right there. Oh, my cursor is crazy. Oh my gosh, are you still there?
Yes.
Well, I just lost you. My cursor is crazy.
Well, I'm watching it on my phone and I'm still on the live.
Okay, am I there? Cause
Yes.
my cursor just is goofy. This is like a new phone. Hi, Sonya. Happy Resurrection Day to you too. It's already 7:27. Welcome to the broadcast. We've been on for 24 minutes. Gonna
I
be
don't
on for
see
another
her.
5 minutes. But welcome, Sonya. But we're talking about knowing our worth and our value as women.
I don't see her
Uh,
comment. Oh,
huh?
okay. I said I don't see her comment on my phone, but I see it here on the side of my laptop here.
So,
Hi,
but
Sonia.
yeah, we were talking about knowing our worth and our value, and I was just sharing how, at some point I raised my standards, and just two of them was that he's got to have a job and a car, because I would date guys that didn't have a job, didn't have a car. Let's keep it real. And we don't have to settle for that. If I'm a single mom and I got a job and a car and I can keep a job and a car, then you can too. And you ain't got no children that you're raising, or maybe I didn't really ever date a guy where he was raising his own children. And even if you had children, you probably you still have to take care of them, but still um having your own job and car was two of my standards that I had that I didn't have before. And in God, in Christ, he was like, yeah, you deserve that. You at least deserve them to have a car and a job, you know?
Yeah.
Because that leads to other things. I can share some stories. I got some stories, I really do. I got some stories of being, a woman and being in relationships that just they weren't good for me, or they were abusive. They were just settling for all kind of stuff, you know let's be real, selling for a booty call. Like, back y'all, now they call it something different, but selling for a booty call, like
Creep.
come by at 2 o'clock in the morning, get it, and then they move on.
Sneaky. Yeah.
What'd you say?
A sneaky link.
I don't know what y'all call it today, and we didn't even have no name for it back then. But I know they started calling that booty call. Yeah, so you say we're not supposed to be their mommy or taxi drivers, right? So we don't need to be, taking care of them. Y'all, this is a woman's desire. We just want to be loved. But in knowing our worth and raising our standards and knowing our value, yeah, we don't have to be their mama or taxi driver, or they taking off with our car while we work. Come on, somebody, and I can understand if he is genuine and genuinely, like, he is working on unemployment, getting a job or a car. I'm not saying that we are better than them. So that we said that earlier. We're not saying we're better than somebody, and that, and because people will take this and say, well, well, you think you're better than somebody. No, it's like, and yeah, sometimes people are down in luck. Say you meet someone who's genuinely, a person that is for you and want to, love you and treat you right. And they, get in a place where they don't have, like they lost their job. Okay, then they got to get another job. Well, they had a situation with their car. They lost their car. Well, you got to get another car. It's not just that becomes the way of life with y'all.
Yeah.
Doing that person, and so things happen. Yeah, it sets the standards for our daughters to uphold someday. I agree, Sonia, because Toya and I was just talking about that when we were having dinner earlier today. We were just talking about that. If you permit anything and everything while you're in a relationship with your person, your guy, your husband, your daughters are looking at that, and that could either be what they end up, allowing and permitting, or that could end up where they don't want to have anything to do with guys. So yeah, setting the standards even for your daughters, and showing them, because actions are always louder than words. My mama used to say, I can make my mouth say anything, but it's your actions that show exactly where you are. But yeah, our daughters, I can't say I was always the best example for my daughter. I'm just accidentally moving the camera. But setting standards, knowing our worth, knowing our value as women, and it's great. You meet that person and they are the one, and you get married, and and you live happy here and there, because ain't no happily ever after. That's just the fairy tales and So
Mhm.
you live life and you do the best you can to live life and enjoy it.
Mhm.
So again, we're talking about our worth and our value as women. And so what I want to do is I just want to read again my part of A Woman's Desire that I always read when I start the broadcast out. And I'll just read through this again for anybody that might jump on. Um, well, I was going to say later, but we ain't going to be on here much longer.
Mhm.
And Sonya said, "Oh, same here. We're not perfect, but what matters is that we grow and mature, and they see that too. Yes, yes. Your daughters may not see, yeah, they're not going to see perfection, but they can see their mom. Like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't have let that happen, or that shouldn't have happened. But then, say, I'm not perfect. I'm growing and learning." In life, and life is always there's life is a life is a continuous lesson
Lesson.
lesson. So A Woman's Desire, I just read over what I have. A Woman's Desire: discovering your freedom to be rightly loved. As women, or as a woman, I believe we were created with a desire to be rightly loved. Seeking to fulfill the desire to just be loved, we can find ourselves in life situations where we are abused, deceived, lied to, mistreated, misunderstood, confused, rejected, betrayed, and sadly denied the love we were created to rightly receive. This one necessary and strong desire to be rightly love often leads us into relationships and places we should not or would not go, only if we knew our worth to be truly and rightly loved. And then A Woman's desire was birthed out of my desire to simply be loved, or to simply be rightly loved, to be loved as a woman the way God created me to be, rightly loved by men. Remember, when Eve arrived on the scene, Adam was already waiting for her. He was waiting to simply love her and grow with her as his woman, wife, and life partner. And so that is what A Woman's Desire is about. It's about discovering the freedom to know that we were created to be truly and rightly loved. And I have to say, when I got to that place, it was a freedom. There was a freedom that I had never experienced before when I got to that place, knowing that I deserve to be rightly loved the way I was created to be loved, um with the way God created me to be loved by men. And so this is a conversation I just hope we can continue to have. I got to get more women on here because I know that I'm not the only one. I mean, or you guys are not the only one. And somebody had jumped on and said my desire is just to be loved and to love somebody else. And so um there's a lot of women out there that have that same desire, that's still in that place where they want to be just rightly loved. And once you discover that freedom, it's like you won't settle. And I believe that guy will come along. So that is our broadcast for tonight. It's 7:36, and we've been going for 33 minutes. So we thank you for joining us. Thank you for jumping on, Latoya. Thank you, Sonia, for your comments. Thank you for anybody that's going to watch the afterplay. And again, this is A Woman's Desire, this discovering our freedom to be rightly loved the way God created us to be loved. So we plan to come back in a couple weeks at 7 p.m. on Sunday. I don't know what the date is, but it's 2 weeks from here. All right. So until next time, we want you to live well,
The
take care of yourself, and
24th.
God bless.
The 24th.
That's the 23rd.
Um, oh, I mean, yeah, 23rd.
All right. Until
All right.
next time, live well, take care, and God bless.
Bye, Sonia.
Bye bye. Bye.
Bye.
I don't have an outro.
You want me to end it? Oh, you don't?
No, I can do it. I just don't have an outro like I have with the other ones. just don't have that.
Well, we need to create you one.
We are removing you from the studio. That is a sick sound.